Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to Startup Central right here on ET Now. I'm Avanne Dubash. The show is dedicated to new age tech entrepreneurship and all things to do with the startup world. What do we have lined up today on the show? Well, we'll be putting the spotlight on Ahmedabad-based new age ice cream company Hocco. The brand has raised 100 crore rupees. We'll be discussing that. We get you the latest brokerage notes on Zomato as well as delivery. Tell you about what's happening with Ixigo as the IPO opens, as well as the latest with the IPO gold rush for investors in the year gone by. All right, first things first then, and have a scoop of this. The fact that the ice cream industry in India is estimated to be around $5 billion this year. Capitalizing on that is Ahmedabad-based new age ice cream brand Hocco, which just concluded a 100 crore fundraise round that was led by the promoter group as well as the existing investor Source VC. Let's understand a little bit more because it also included investors like Ritesh, Sidhwani and Farhan, Akhtar. What are their long-term plans? We've got Ankit Chona, MD at Hocco, now joining in. Thanks so much for taking time out. So let's understand a little bit more about this 100 crore rupee fundraise plan. Where will you be utilizing this towards? And given that it's a combination of the promoter group infusing money as well as a number of external investors, can you give us the lowdown?
Sure. So I think I'll have to just take a step back and say that, we started Hocco in October of last year. And, while we understand the ice cream industry and, we understand the ice cream industry is growing, but we did not envisage this kind of growth, and the summer has been spectacular. So we realized that now we need to double down and now there's no looking back. So we've just concluded a fundraise last week where we raised 100 crores, mainly from the family office and from our our first VC, that is Source. And now we have some strategic investors as well who've joined us. And this fund are entirely going to be used for the expansion of our current plant. We're going to almost more than triple our current capacity and before next summer, and to help us launch new markets, mainly in Western and Northern India.
Sure. So I believe, Ankit, this pegs the valuation at about 600 crore rupees after this investment. What exactly does that mean for the company? Were you anticipating this?
So the valuation, the valuation is the eye of the beholder, right? So, I always feel that whoever's investing has got a great value. We will be doing upwards of 200 crores in net sales in FY25. So we've just pegged it at about 3 times sales, which I feel is, a very, very, I wouldn't say modest, but it's a decent valuation. And the target now is to, to use this money to achieve this 200 crores of sales, which we are on track to do, and then figure out how we're going to more than double our sales for next financial year. And that's what all our effort is already started going into.
And let's talk about financials now, because I understand that you're penciling in a 200 crore rupee revenue for FY25, and overall you're looking to double your sales in FY26. What makes you so optimistic? What will lead to this growth?
Sure. So I think it's a combination of deeper penetration into the state of Gujarat, which is our home ground. We already have an established F&B business there, which really supports and helps us augment our growth in Gujarat. We have almost 100 F&B outlets, 90 of which are in Gujarat. And most of these outlets are resellers of Hocco ice cream. So I think that is something, that we're going to continue expanding and, that will help us with our growth in Gujarat. And obviously, we've still not opened all territories of Gujarat because we had supply constraints, which, as I said, we will unlock before next summer. So that will help us grow in Gujarat itself. And by opening territories such as Rajasthan, NCR, Maharashtra, which is a very large market, before next summer, I think all these things put together is really going to help us achieve our targets for next summer. And after summer, again, we'll take stock of the situation. And the way things are going right now, it doesn't make sense for us to make a 3-year plan or a 4-year plan. Every month our plans are changing. Every month we're getting more and more aggressive with our plans. So, how we're going to achieve the 400 crores for next year, I don't know, but I'm very confident that we will cross the 200 crore number this year. So I don't see that as a very big challenge. We just have to make sure we continue doing what we're doing in different markets.
Now, if we were to just understand the dynamics Chona family was in the year 2017 that you sold the legacy brand Have More. This was to a South Korean conglomerate, Lotta, as we all know. So what was the total turnover? What was the game plan? What made you guys re-strategize and now start a completely new food business and venture into the ice cream business afresh? And what's the total outlook on your turnover?
So I think that decision was then. It was 6 years ago, and we felt that was the right decision then. After we sold the business, the ice cream part of the business, we continued to grow and expand our restaurant business. But and then COVID happened just about a year and a half later, because by the time the deal got over, it was pretty much 2018, and then in 2020 COVID happened, and then there's a lot of disruption that happened in the market, and then so we didn't do anything new in that 1.5 years. We were just trying to consolidate what we had. And then, we looked at the way the ice cream industry was growing, and we realized that, it's something that we miss as a family, something that we really cherish and enjoy. And, why not do it one more time? Because there's enough place in the market for one more brand to come in. And, we're not exactly trying to disrupt the space. We're just trying to make some space for ourselves. And that's what we're trying to do. The market is big enough. And I always believe that, try and do something that is in your circle of competence. And we understand ice creams, and that's why we are here. So it was... as I said, the market understanding was there, the learnings were there. So we just put pen to paper and we've started implementing what we know.
And what's the overall plant capacity? Because I understand that what you estimated that you would be doing in year 2 and 3, you've ended up doing in year 1 itself. What was the original projection? What is the capacity at, and where do you see it growing?
Right. So our current plant is in the outskirts of Ahmedabad, so when we started, again, I'll say in October, we had emphasized that we'll grow at a significant pace, but in the month of May, which is the peak month, in ice creams you don't look at annual capacities, because your real capacity is in these 45-50 days of the summer, where where your real bottlenecks come in. So at that time, our capacity was at we thought we will need between 15 and 20,000 liters of ice cream a day at the very, very peak. But what landed up happening is that we have sold an average of between 45 and 50,000 liters in the month of May. And so now the plan, as I said, is to more than triple this. So we're trying to reach about between 1.3 and 1.5 lakh liters of ice cream per day before next summer. The expansion is already on the way. We're the building construction, everything's on, machines are being ordered. So we're quite excited about this. So next summer, hopefully, capacity should not be the reason why we cannot reach where we want to reach. It will be more how well we do in the market and how well we market ourselves, how well we, have our sales and distribution in place for next summer.
Now, given that the ice cream industry in India is set to be $5 billion this year alone, how do you look to capitalize on that?
By growing as quickly as we can. You're right. Because the ice cream market is growing, and there are quite a few new players also, coming in into the ice cream industry, because looking at the headline numbers. But ice cream is a slightly complicated model. You need it's very perishable. You need to the price points are also significantly low when compared to other FMCG products. Like prices for ice cream start as low as 5-7 rupees a product. So so we're just trying to make sure that we get our supply chain in place as quickly as possible, because I think the market is growing almost at 15% annually, and maybe even more than that, because there's a large unorganized sector also. What happened? What really augmented the growth for ice creams in the country was two things. One, COVID, led to the unorganized sector getting majorly disrupted, and the second thing is just the overall power supply and infrastructure that the government has put into place in the last few years has also helped, because now ice creams are available in villages that didn't have electricity 10 years ago. So that's also really helped. So in our strategy is very clear that we are not looking to go into pan India in the next 1-2 years or something like that. Whichever territory we go into, we want to go deeper into that in that territory, and make sure that we capture as much market share, or get our brand visibility there in each territory. Then go over to the next next state, next geography.
At a time like this, Ankit, there's also a lot of competition. There's a whole host of brands that have a number of offers and a number of SKUs. What makes you confident that you can take them on? There's even Hindustan Unilever's quality walls, etc., that are legacy players, mother dairies. So what is making you so confident?
I think so. The one thing that is stand out is that we don't have a legacy. So it's easier to start from scratch. Sometimes being having a legacy, you have your own burden to you're living under that same burden. We have a new team, we have a fresh team, we have a fresh outlook. We've got some of the coolest packaging material out there. I mean, the way the brand looks and feels. We're targeting a younger audience. When you run a legacy brand, you're trying to balance your current TG along with the new TG, and then it just gets a little too confusing. So we are very clear where we are going. We're in the process of launching products in the market that has never been launched in the Indian in the Indian ice cream industry. So that is something we will launch before the next summer. So it's just, as I said, what sets us apart is just having fun with the product. At the end of the day, it's ice cream. It's just trying it, doing something new. It's a very cliched thing to say that we're targeting the youth, which we're not. We're targeting everybody, but just trying to make a fresher, younger brand is something that I think sets us apart from the rest.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.